What is up? Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, I'm Kier, and unfortunately, there's no Jason today. And I will be actually reviewing a film that is actually now playing in theaters, and that film is called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Say that 3 times real fast. But I'd say without further ado, I say we get right into it. So the film, like I said, is playing in theaters currently. It's getting really, really good reviews right now. It's basically considered to be like a sci-fi action adventure, if you will. It's got a lot of martial arts in it and that sort of thing. The film actually stars Michelle Yeoh and her husband, who's played by Ki-Hoo Kwan, who you may not know by name, but I actually, my wife actually commented on this. He's actually the little boy that's actually in Goonies. So you'll actually recognize him from there. It also stars Jamie Lee Curtis, and then Michelle Yeoh's and Ki-Hoo Kwan's have a daughter, and her name is Stephanie Hugh. And so they're basically kind of the stars of the film. It also stars James Hong as Michelle Yeoh's father. He goes by Gong Gong in this film. And so the film is an interesting take. They're basically the family runs their own like laundromat, dry cleaners, and they've been having some problems with, I guess, taxes and things of that nature. It's tax season, so they're having trouble like basically talking about their bills and the bills that they owe, and they're trying to get credit for things that they're doing, and different things that they buy, like karaoke machines and stuff like that they buy for their business. They're trying to get as tax write-offs, basically. And so they have to go down to the IRS office to basically talk to one of the IRS agents so they can get all their taxes straightened out. And the agent is actually played by Jamie Lee Curtis. Somewhere around the time that they actually arrive to the IRS office, Michelle Yeoh's husband like basically does like this glitchy thing, and then basically kind of transforms into a different version of himself that says he's basically from a different multiverse, and so is she, and that she's in a lot of danger. So he basically says, I'm not your husband. I'm a different person. I look like your husband. I'm just from a different multiverse. And he says that, you have all these special powers, and there's actually somebody that's actually looking for you that wants to do you bodily harm, and you need to basically be careful. And then so it just gets really, really wacky and crazy from there, because she can basically tap into different versions of herself from different multiverses and utilize her, like, those people's powers. So basically she can, it's really strange. It's kind of like the Matrix, like a lot of different movies basically rolled into one, if you will. So there's a lot of different elements that goes on. So sometimes, she can, learn martial arts and be able to fight super good. There's one scene where she's like, another version of herself. She's like basically a sign holder. So she's able to like fight with like the signs, because she's like really proficient in like, utilizing the signs. So like I said, it's an action comedy. It's got a lot of funny parts, a lot of humor. And, I was digging the film for, I don't know, the first hour and a half or so. I feel like it did falter a little bit towards the end, just in my opinion. They added some additional elements to the film that I didn't necessarily think were necessary, but I'm sure a lot of audiences may enjoy that. But for me, I just found it to be okay. I didn't dislike it. I didn't necessarily love it. It's one of those films that maybe I'll revisit. Maybe I'll like a little bit more the second time. There are some martial art films that I enjoy, versus ones that I don't enjoy. Usually the ones that tend to bring a lot of like wacky comedy, I tend to like not be they tend not to be my favorite films usually. Let's just put it that way. But I found this one to be funny. I enjoyed the action overall. I think, like, what was the other one? Like, yeah, Shaolin Soccer was one where, I didn't necessarily love that one per se. It was like one of those like goofy ones. And there's a few other ones that I, didn't like initially, but ended up, watching a couple times later or watching later on and enjoyed it. So maybe this one will have that same view. But for right now, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. So that's just basically kind of like a smile, slight smile, no teeth. Because overall, it wasn't a bad film. I just didn't love it. For me, it just didn't move me the way that it moved a lot of audiences and critics right now. So I just thought it was okay. But, like I said, I'll watch it again and see what happens. Well, let me know down in the comments. Have you seen this film? Did you like it? Did you not like it? As always, if you like the channel, we ask that you like, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification. And we'll be back again soon with another show. There's a lot of, big movies starting to come out. And we'll be excited to review those for you guys all. We thank you for watching and hope you have a great day.